Hello guys, welcome to Towel Talk Live. This is our first live performance, and we are covering the UEFA Champions League and Europa League quarter-final draws. So at the moment we're just waiting for the draw to commence, but in the meanwhile we need to do a couple of things for us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications, and also follow us on Instagram at TYB_talk. That is right, TYB_talk, and also give us a follow on our personal Instagrams if you prefer. So let's get into the teams that are in the Champions League draw, which is about to come up first. We have our English teams, which are Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester City. We have Bayern Munich, who are from Germany, Paris Saint-Germain, who are from France, Borussia Dortmund, who are also from Germany, FC Porto, who are from Portugal, and Real Madrid, who are from Spain. Now, obviously, all these teams are well deserved to be here. They've had a very tough run of the Champions League so far, and hopefully they're looking to progress with who they draw in this next draw. And then obviously shortly afterwards, there is the Europa League draw. Now there is Manchester United, who won yesterday in Milan. You've got Ajax, Arsenal, Granada, Dynamo, Zagreb, Villarreal, Roma, and Slavia Praha. Again, all these teams deserve to be here due to their performances in recent stages. And as I said, we'll get onto these draws as soon as the draw commences. They're just having a few talks with presenters who are on, so we'll be shortly back. Okay, guys, we are about to start the UEFA Champions League draw. The first team is about to be drawn, so please bear with us whilst that is being done. So the first team to be drawn is Manchester City FC. They will be home for the first game. Let's see who they'll be facing in this in this next round as they look to continue their quadruple hopes in the English Premier League, the FA Cup and League Cup, as well as the Champions League. And they will be facing Borussia Dortmund. So obviously these obviously feature current stars that are Jordan Sancho and Erling Haaland, who is obviously linked to the club as well in summer. Sorry, I choked on my own drink. And that is the first draw of the game. For the first games. The next draw is FC Porto from Portugal. They'll be playing at home for the first time in a quarter-final setting for the Champions League. Let's see who they will be facing. Chelsea FC. So that is nice that we've not had an all-English quarter-final yet. I do prefer that. So that is an interesting quarter-final between the two due to the fact that Porto and Chelsea have a lot of transfer history and managerial history between the two. So let's see what is the next game. Bayern Munich are going to play their first game at home. And let's see who they draw next. So Bayern Munich are home and they will be facing Paris Saint-Germain. What a game we have there already, if the games aren't good enough already. Paris Saint-Germain versus Bayern Munich. Their last year's final is now going to be a quarter-final. That only leaves left Liverpool versus Real Madrid. Let's see who's going to be home. Real Madrid is going to be at home first versus Liverpool. The two teams with the highest Champions League count going ahead in the quarterfinals to see who can expand on that number. And that is the draw for the Champions League. Like I said, fantastic games there being shown. Obviously, let's start off with Manchester City versus Borussia Dortmund. These teams have played twice already in Champions League, once in group stages and once in a round of 16 match. Borussia Dortmund won both of them. Manchester City won at home in their group stage match, and then in the away match, Borussia Dortmund won. And then when they faced in 2018 in the Internationals Champions Cup, Borussia Dortmund won 1-0 due to a Mario Götze penalty. The next up we have Porto versus Chelsea. Now this is, like I said, it's quite interesting just because of how these teams have met previously. They haven't faced since 2015, and that was in the group stages. And obviously Chelsea won the second leg, and Porto won the first one in them group stage matches. But again, the matches will obviously be enjoyable to watch for you guys because of the, like I said, the transfer and managerial history between the clubs. Then we have Bayern Munich versus PSG. Now, like I said, last year was the Champions League final where Bayern Munich won 1-0. But even previously, they faced off in July 2018 and Bayern Munich won 3-1. So hopefully, Bayern Munich are looking to extend their winning record against this club. Who, obviously they have stars like Mbappe and Neymar, just to name a couple. But obviously, that Bayern Munich squad is obviously stacked with stars as well. You got current goal scoring leader Robert Lewandowski. You've also got you've obviously got some other top players in there. Go by David Alaba, you said he'd be leaving this summer. Got Thomas Muller, Leroy Sané, Emmanuel Neuer between the sticks, Alphonso Davies, who is also a footballer/TikTok sensation at the moment, Joshua Kimmich as well, and that just names a few of the stars they've got in their squad. And finally, Real Madrid versus Liverpool. Now, they haven't faced off since the 2018 final when Gareth Bale went riot off the bench and beat Liverpool 3-1 in Champions League final 2018. So hopefully, Liverpool are looking to get a bit of payback for that. Obviously, their league performance hasn't been the best this season, but hopefully they're going to expand on that in terms of getting the wins when it is important for them. So like I said, that is the Champions League draw for this quarterfinal stage. We're looking just waiting on the Europa League draw to happen, which will be shortly. So please bear with us on that. Welcome back, guys. So we're just going to talk about these draws again. Obviously, these are some big games for this quarterfinal stage. Obviously, you've got Manchester City versus Borussia Dortmund. This will be a very it's sort of a clash of the titans, if you will. Obviously, Borussia Dortmund are not top of their league, but they've still got hard hitting players to make this game even more exciting. So the semi-final draw, which I will go through right now. So it goes across. So whoever wins out of Manchester City versus Borussia Dortmund will then go on to face Bayern Munich, the winner of Bayern Munich and PSG, and vice versa. The winner of Real Madrid versus Liverpool will face either Porto or Chelsea from there. And then obviously whoever wins them semi-finals will go through to that next round. So and you know what, guys? Let's comment. Let's comment a little bit. Let's see if we can get some comments on who you think will win this year's Champions League based on the draws that happen. So, like I said, the winners from let's just get this sorted out now. So the winners from this game here face off against this game here. The winners from this game right here. Oh, I've got to unselect it. My bad, guys. I knew this would happen eventually. And the winners from this game here face off against the winners from this game here. There we go. So that is how the semi-finals will look in the Champions League this year. Obviously, we're looking for the best games and the biggest games, but just please comment below who you think will win either match, or if you want to go for a whole bracket on who will beat who and who will go through and who will win the eventual thing, please comment on the side, please. Thank you very much. Back shortly. So just to let you guys know, this is what BT Sport, obviously I'm watching the stream on, this is what they put up for the bracket in case people didn't understand what I meant. So like I said, in the quarterfinals, whoever wins between Bayern Munich and PSG face off against Man City versus Dortmund's winner, and whoever wins Real Madrid versus Liverpool will face off against FC Porto versus Chelsea's winner. Now, like I said, if you want to comment below who you think will beat who to a full extent, or you just think who will win the whole tournament in general, please comment down below and I will discuss with you guys later on about this. So guys, let's talk about this Europa League draw, which should be happening within the next 15 to 20 minutes. So Manchester United obviously beat AC Milan last night to get their way into this quarterfinal. They've had a hard battle in the Premier League at the moment, as my team as well. I understand the struggle as much as probably, but not exactly as much as they do, but to a certain extent. Yes, but Paul Pogba scored the winning goal to take them through 2-1 on aggregate yesterday. And then we're going to look at Ajax FC. Now, these obviously, Manchester United and Ajax faced off in the final a few years back under Jose Mourinho. But Ajax had quite an interesting draw. You know, they beat Young Boys 5-0 on aggregate, which is quite shocking. I thought Young Boys would put a bit more of a fight, but it depends what happens on the day. And then Slavia Praha, who were right at the bottom right, they had probably one of the best times beating Rangers. They beat a nine-man Rangers in a nine-man Rangers in a game that could only be contested as, you know, Rangers coming back to earth a little bit. Obviously, that was Rangers' second loss of the whole season. So Slavia Praha gave yourselves a big pat on the back for that one. Villarreal, they had quite an easy round of 16 as they beat Villarreal 4-0 aggregate, as they beat Dynamo Kiev, 4-0 aggregate. And then we go to AS Roma from Italy. They beat Shakhtar Donetsk 5-1 in aggregate after their 2-1 win against them yesterday. And Granada had quite an interesting one. They lost yesterday 2-1, but that didn't matter as they had a 2-0 advantage from the previous game to put them through 3-2 in aggregate. And Dynamo Zagreb is probably the story of this tournament so far. They beat Tottenham 3-0 after losing 2-0 in the previous leg to go through on a 3-2 aggregate at home. Obviously, Jose Mourinho is obviously a well-established European manager, but you thought that his team would obviously, well, no, not really, no, because Tottenham are always called the nearly men, and they nearly got there, but they just didn't. They couldn't hack it on the day. And then Arsenal, they won 3-1 in their last game against Olympiacos, and this time round they lost 1-0 to Olympiacos, but that didn't matter as Arsenal go through 3-2 on aggregate. And that is the teams for this Europa League draw. Like I said, it should be happening within the next 10-15, hopefully, but I will let you know if it is going to be any longer. Please stay tuned, and like I said, comment anything about today's show that's going to happen later on. It will be up today, I guarantee it. And also, just Champions League draw as well. Please comment anything that you feel that you'd like to say to us, guys. Ask us any questions about the shows in general. So yeah, please do that. Thank you very much. Welcome back, guys. Obviously, we are still waiting for the Europa League draw to continue. Sorry, I had to close the door. That's it's the downfall of live streaming. You can hear everything, and it is live, unfortunately. But anyway, going back to the draws, yeah, the Europa League draw will be happening in the next 20 minutes now. It is going to be a 12. Well, it says it starts at 12, but it's probably going to start about 12:15. So if you do want to stay along, please do. Or if you want to pop away for a little bit, I will not blame you, but make sure you come back for around 12:15 for the Europa League draw. Let's just look at the teams once again for that draw. So we have Manchester United who beat AC Milan. We've got Ajax who are currently through to win their third Europa League title. Arsenal are back in the frame, even though their league form is looking shaky. Slavia Praha, who's probably one of the stories of this tournament, but not including Dynamo Kiev, Dynamo Zagreb. Let's call him Dynamo. Dynamo, who beat Spurs yesterday in a massive 3-0 win after being 2-0 down from the first leg. AS Roma, Villarreal, and Granada. Those are the teams that are in the draw coming up next. But let's just go back to the Champions League draw that occurred literally not too long ago. So let's have a look here. There we go. So we do have Manchester City versus Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich versus PSG, FC Porto versus Chelsea, and Real Madrid versus Liverpool. Like we said about the Real Madrid-Liverpool game, Real Madrid have won the tournament 13 times, and Liverpool have won this tournament a record of 9 times now. Sorry, 6 times. Sorry. I completely forgot. I forgot to mute my mic. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. So it's Real Madrid 13 times and Liverpool 6 times. My bad on that one. Don't know what I was thinking of. I have no excuse for that. Poor journalism. There for me. But then we go into the FC Porto versus Chelsea game. Like we said, this game is going to be one that is one to watch as like a dark horse game, because obviously FC Porto are not one of the bigger teams like Chelsea, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, PSG, Man City, or Borussia Dortmund. But this game will look up to be sort of a dark horse game, because you never know. Porto have won it before when they were under Jose Mourinho, so possibly it could happen again. You never know. Like I said, in football, you just never know who's going to turn up on the day and win the games. Manchester City versus Borussia Dortmund. Like I said, Manchester City are trying to go for the first ever English quadruple, which includes the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, and League Cup. And Borussia Dortmund, who they're currently doing okay in the league at the moment. In the Bundesliga, they are currently 5th in the league, but they have had a strain of injuries on Jadon Sancho and other players, such as Marco Reus had a few injuries. Matt Hummels has been out for a little bit of a while. Jude Bellingham has currently contracted coronavirus for the second time this season. But then they've got players who can obviously make a statement on the day. You've got like Axel Witsel, who has obviously been quite an important player for him. Thorgan Hazard as well, who's been popping up now and then. Julian Brandt, as he is also linked to a move to Bayern Munich in what is known as a classic Bayern Munich sweep of Borussia Dortmund's squad. Let's go into the Bayern Munich versus PSG game. Like I said, it was last year's final, and Bayern Munich won 1-0. Thanks to a goal from. So I'm trying to get up now. Completely forgot the last final. Why not coming up? Yeah, my mind goes blank when I'm reporting, by the way. I do normally write things down, but I didn't this time round. So Coleman obviously scored the goal in the Champions League final last season, and that will make this draw even more important for PSG to them, because they need to win a Champions League due to the squad that they've had. They spent so much money on getting in Neymar and developing Mbappe into such a great player. So to win a Champions League will be a nice payoff for their investments as well. So please bear with us. Like I said, the draw will be within the next half an hour. Unfortunately, that's just how UEFA do things. It's out of my control. We'll be back shortly. So yeah, this is Tyler Brown of Tile Talk live for the first time. Please bear with us. So just for those who are currently watching and seeing what I was doing in terms of editing, obviously I was just trying to put in, a sort of my own version of a bracket. Obviously, so like I said, the winners of Manchester City versus Borussia Dortmund will face off against the winners of Bayern Munich versus PSG. If I'm going to personally predict this, how this is going to work out on this side of the bracket, I'm personally going to say that Manchester City will comfortably beat Borussia Dortmund just because of their squad depth and how they've been performing in the league recently, and obviously how they've been performing in all forms of competition in their games. Whilst Borussia Dortmund haven't really been the force to be reckoned with as they've been recently, and then going into the Bayern Munich versus PSG game, I think history will just play itself out again, and Bayern Munich will comfortably sweep Paris Saint-Germain. But they did have a comfortable win against Barcelona in the last round. Obviously, Barcelona are sort of looking like falling giants. But with that being said, I do still think Bayern Munich will go through. And if I had to pick out of these two squads, I would probably go for Bayern Munich versus Man City. You know what? I think we're going to have to go with Bayern Munich just because, obviously, like I've said, all the positives about Manchester City, saying they've got such a massive squad depth, and the way they've been playing recently. But Bayern Munich are just European. They're European. They're used to it. They're used to being in them sort of situations. Whereas Man City, that would be their first ever Champions League semi-final. I don't know if the players will actually be up to the challenge of facing a team like a giant like Bayern Munich. So I would have to go Bayern Munich to go into the final there for me. And then we're going to the other side of the bracket, FC Porto versus Chelsea. Like I said, it'll be a great game due to their history in transfers and the managerial history. But I do have to say Chelsea are looking like the team who will go through just because of, like I said, since Tuchel took over, he has been an absolute beast of a manager for them. It just looks like that's just the way it's going to be. To continue their form in this Champions League campaign. And then we go over to Real Madrid versus Liverpool. This is sort of a hard one because Real Madrid are doing good stuff at the moment. They're not currently they're not on such of a slant as as Liverpool are. Real Madrid are currently third in the league with 2 points behind Barcelona, but they are 6 points behind Atletico Madrid, who are on top. And Liverpool, they're obviously in a situation of their own in the Premier League as they are currently 8th in the league. No, they're not. They're 6th in the league. I'm so sorry, Liverpool fans, you're not. You're 6th in the league. Don't know why I said that. Tottenham are 8th. Tottenham are 8th, yeah. But Liverpool are 6th in the league, obviously, because this time last year they were roaring at the top of the Premier League. Up until this season, they've had a few injuries. So I do think Real Madrid, just because, again, I think history will just play itself out in terms of how these two have met previously, and it'll go to that. And then when it comes to the actual game, I'm going to have, I'm going to have to say, I really want to say Real Madrid, but I feel like Chelsea will just nick it. I feel like with the form that they've been on with Tuchel, I feel like it's just waiting to happen. If you think about how Chelsea have managed with last minute, like mid-season / last minute managers, they've they won the league with Di Matteo. That's because no one knew what he was about. But because they've got more time to look at Tuchel's tactics, I'm going to say Chelsea. I'm going to stick to it. That is my prediction of the bracket for this Champions League campaign. And if I had to pick an overall winner, Bayern Munich. It has to be Bayern Munich. I don't think Chelsea could ever put a major dent in that parade. So I'll just do this real quickly. There we go. Yeah, if I had to predict a winner, it would have to be Chelsea. It would have to be Bayern Munich, for the win. Just because of how they've been such a dominant team throughout the years, and I feel like this is going to reign for a few more years in terms of who will win the whole competition. So that is my prediction for this Champions League bracket. Please comment below who you think will win. Obviously, it's not just all based on my opinions. I like to hear what you guys have to say in terms of everything that's happening. I know it's been quite a crazy couple of minutes because of everything's moving around and whatnot. But please bear with us as we are waiting for the Europa League draw, which, like I said, it should happen within the next 15 minutes. The official stream has started, but like I said, it's not going to be It's not going to be exactly on until 1/4 past. So we are still waiting for that to happen. So please bear with us on that one. So, like I said, guys, the Europa League draw stream is up at the moment. They're just going through a little video of what happened in the round of 16. Currently, by Manchester United is being viewed as well as Arsenal. But yeah, we're just waiting for the draw to come up now. Like I said, it should be within the next 15 minutes, hopefully. If we're going off the last draw and how that one took place in times. So we will now look at the teams once again just before the draw, and I will leave you for the next 15 minutes until the draw happens. So like I said, we have got Manchester United, who is my team and KB's team when he is on the show. Like I said, Manchester United have been sort of a force to, since off a force in this European in the European quest to win a trophy. I think it is important for Manchester United to win a trophy this season. If it's Europa League, I'll be happy. If it's the FA Cup, I'll be less happy. But again, like I said, progression is about trophies. So let's just go through the teams once more. Like I said, Manchester United beat AC Milan yesterday at the San Siro 1-0 to go through 2-1 aggregate. Ajax, who won yesterday 2-0 against Young Boys to take them 5-0 aggregate and through to the next round. Arsenal, they did lose yesterday 1-0 to Olympiacos, but because of that 3-1 win away last time, they obviously went through on aggregate of 3-2. Slavia Praha, they beat Rangers, and they beat, after I said last time, if Rangers got, progress through, I don't think many teams will stop him. But it seemed to be all hype as Slavia Praha stopped them in their tracks. We're winning 2-0 against 9 men to win 3-1 aggregate overall. Granada, they lost 2-1 to Molde yesterday, but due to their win in the last round, they went through on a 3-2 aggregate. Villarreal, they beat Dynamo Kiev 2-0 yesterday to go through on 4-0 aggregate. And AS Roma won 2-1 against Shakhtar Donetsk to go through on a 5-1 aggregate. With Dynamo Zagreb, there we go, not Zabref, like I said before. Dynamo Zagreb won 3-0 in what is going to probably be the game of this tournament. As they, in the first leg they went 2-0 down to Tottenham, but this time they came home and brought it back for a 3-0 win to go through on a 3-2 aggregate. Like I said, there's a lot of Tottenham fans that were going to be angry with Jose Mourinho because obviously the promised land was there for them. To win a trophy under Jose Mourinho because he is a known European title-winning manager. But unfortunately, Tottenham, even under Jose Mourinho, are the nearly men and almost won this round. So, like I said, I'm going to leave you for the next 10 minutes just before the draw starts. This is Tara Brown of Towel Talks live for the first time. Please stay tuned for more. So welcome back, guys. We are now live with the Europa League draw. So the first team to beat the first game. Sorry, oh god, it's gone really quick. I do apologize. I've missed a lot of this draw. I did not think it would start so early. So I'm just going to recap you on what's happened so far in these draws. I do apologize. I thought it would be a 15-minute wait for this draw. So let's just go right into it. So I'm going to watch it over again. So the first game of these quarterfinals will be Granada FC. Is going to be the first game of this tournament. Let's have a look who they will be facing. Hopefully Manchester United. But you never know. This could be an upset for us right here. Just waiting for the ball to be pulled out. It is Manchester United FC. There we go. Granada versus Manchester United. A lot of fans are going to complain how we always get the easy draw, but I do not care. Manchester United versus Granada in the quarterfinals of this Europa League. It's looking even closer for us. So let's continue this, please, as we wait for the next ball to come up. I generally can't believe we got that draw, to be fair. Arsenal FC is next, so that is nice. Like I said in the Champions League one, it's nice not to have an all-English game so far. I think it ruins it a little bit. So I'm just waiting for the next ball to be drawn. I generally can't believe we got Granada. Slavia Praha. So let's hope that this game is as interesting as their around 16 games. So there we go. So far it's Granada versus Manchester United and Arsenal versus Slavia Praha. Oh, geez, I generally can't believe we got Granada. A lot of people are going to complain about that in terms of Man United. So let's have a look here. And Ajax, there we go. So let's see who they'll be facing next. I would like to predict that it'd be Roma, but you never know. Just waiting for the ball to be pulled out now. It is AS Roma. Wow, what a guess. That's 2 guesses now. So next one I'm going to predict Villarreal versus Dynamo Zagreb. I'm going to guess who's going to be home. Let's go Dynamo's going to be home first, I feel like it's going to be them at home first. It is Dynamo at home. Wow, there we go. Predictions on the point. I should have done the last one, really. The second one. But there we go, guys. That is our Europa League quarter-final draw. So I'm just going to wait for the, to make a bracket for you guys on terms of who will go who and all that lot. Just going to wait for it now. I'm not going to skip forward because I was quite late, guys. Like I said, I apologise. So winner of quarter-final 1 will face the winner of quarter-final number 3. There we go. So I think it's looking, yes. So whoever wins out of, you know what? It's the same as last time. It's literally. So let's just delete this, delete the trophy. Also, sorry about that back. Actually, it doesn't matter. So it's going to literally go as so. So keep them there. So it's going to go like this. So I'm going to drag these over to here. I'm going to drag this over to here. Drag this over to here. I think this, someone's just messaged me on Instagram saying how do you think the live is going. I think it's going really well. I mean, that's generally just my opinion. But but let's just copy this. Consistency is key in my opinion. There we go. And copy and paste it. Put it over here. Copy and paste it. Put it in the middle. Make it a bit bigger. There we go. And then I'm going to add the lines in. Image. So I say it's a long process to do things this way, due to the software I do have. But please bear with me as I work this out. Oh, someone else has messaged me on Instagram saying that how come you cannot do things in the background? It's just the way that my software works. I only downloaded it the other day, just to see if I actually could do it, because a lot of softwares make you buy them. And obviously I'm just trying to do this as cheaply as possible, really. I'm not going to lie to you. Just because, we're not at the monetization stage yet of YouTube. So I'm just waiting for you guys to get following and get your friends on board. to watch the show, and then once we start making money, we can obviously go into a lot more, a lot bigger of a thing. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. So I'm trying to concentrate on getting this ready. So there we go. So that is our bracket as it happens for the Europa League. Some interesting games there. Like I said, Manchester United have seemed to have got the easier draw out of the lot. You could argue Arsenal have got an easy draw as well, but with Arsenal's recent form overall, it does look like a not evenly matched, but it looks like Slavia Praha can obviously push back a little bit. So, naturally, I'm going to go for my Manchester United over Granada. It's natural. I'll never predict anyone to beat my Manchester United. So let's slot them in there. And then Ajax vs Roma. Ooh, that's a tough one. Ooh, I'm trying to think. Well, Roma they are 6th in Serie A. That is the only thing, isn't it? They are 6th in their league. Ajax are currently first in the Dutch league. Ooh. I'm going to go with Ajax just because, they've not lost a game in a while. I think their last loss was back in... Oh, God, I can't even think. The last loss... I remember, it was quite a big thing because they haven't lost in a while. I think it was back in the group stage in December. I think, it was a group... They lost to Atlanta... Following, I think they went on a 3-game loss streak, and then since December they've won. Anyway, I've got it up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 22 non-loss streak. They've drawn 3 of them. So I'm going to go with Ajax to face Manchester United, the repeat of our final a few years back. And I'm naturally going to go for Manchester United to win that match because, obviously, that's how I predict it. History speaks for itself. Arsenal vs Slavia Praha. I'm going to go for Arsenal just because, I do think Arsenal, they've been in good form in Europe, so I do feel like they'll continue it throughout. And I'm going to go for Dynamo Zagreb to beat Villarreal just because of how they won against Spurs. I think they're like a dark horse. In this tournament, obviously, like I said, you obviously expecting Spurs to beat them, but I'm going to go for that. And you know what? Because obviously, I would like Arsenal to be in the final because it would be a nice all-English final. But then you think about how Dynamo performed against Tottenham the other day. No, I'm gonna behave myself. I'm gonna go for Arsenal to be in this final, and I'm gonna go for. Obviously, I'm naturally gonna go for my team to go into to win the whole thing. I think it would be quite silly of me not to do that. Oh, what's happened here? I've put in the wrong image, so let's copy the right one. Got the trophy. Yeah, we'll set the trophy one. As I say, this is my first live, so I'm still trying to work out everything. This is obviously the brackets, obviously a last minute thing I'm putting in. It was not part of the show initially, but I'm going to put it in. And then we go. And there we go. Man United are on that trophy once again. So that is all we have got for our draws of this year's quarterfinals in both Champions League and Europa League. So let's go back to the Champions League draw. So Manchester City versus Borussia Dortmund. I said Manchester City will win that. Then we have Bayern Munich versus Paris Saint-Germain. I do say Bayern Munich will win the game. And then they will go to the final. I say Bayern Munich. Chelsea We have Manchester United versus Granada, who I've said Manchester United will win, and Ajax versus AS Roma. I said Ajax will win just because of league performances. So Ajax versus Manchester United, I picked Manchester United for obvious reasons. Arsenal versus Slavia Praha, I said Arsenal just because they are the better team out of them. And then I've said out of Dynamo, Zagreb and Villarreal, I've said Dynamo just because of how they performed. I got to give them a bit of respect from that Spurs win. But then out of Arsenal and Dynamo Zagreb, I've gone Arsenal just to make it interesting for an all-English final. But I do feel like Manchester United will put up the big guns and win that game throughout and win the Europa League. So there we go. And then, well, you know what? Let's do a Manchester United versus Bayern Munich Super Cup prediction. But I think Bayern Munich is going to beat Manchester. I think United can only go so far in terms of winning everything. In terms of Bayern Super Cup, so Bayern Munich will beat us in the Super Cup if it came to that. So do not forget, guys, episode number 6 is up today. I don't know what's on there. So episode 6 is up today, but do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell in the notification section, and follow us on Instagram at TYB_talk. That is right, TYB_talk. As obviously we are looking to boost ourselves to get towards that monetization zone in the YouTube category. And like I said, our personal Instagrams, mine and KB's are on there as well. So thank you so much for being involved in this today. Our first live performance. Please let us know how it is on our Instagram, or comment on the video later on today, or on this video afterwards if you're rewatching it right now. So this has been Tyler Brown of Tyler Talk Live, first time performance. We'll see you guys later on.